Hello and welcome to the City of Glendale's Arts and Culture Commission meeting for February 15th, 2024. Roll call, please.
Vice Chair Yank,
Here.
Commissioner Tufenkian. Here. Commissioner Vyar,
Here.
Commissioner Zadorian,
Here.
Commissioner Alexandrian,
Here.
Commissioner Pogosian,
Here.
and Chairperson Vidor.
Here.
Agenda item 1, the agenda for the February 15th, 2024 regular meeting of the Glendale Arts and Culture Commission was posted on February 12th, 2024 on the bulletin board outside City Hall. Agenda item 2, consent items, minutes of the January 18th, 2024 regular meeting of the Arts and Culture Commission.
Do we have any additions or corrections to the minutes? Okay, do I have a motion to approve?
I'll move it.
Second. Second, all in favor, roll call.
Roll call, Vice Chair Tufenkian.
Yes.
Commissioner Vidor. Wait, oh, sorry. Commissioner Vyar, I'm so sorry.
Yes.
Okay, no, I'm so sorry. I wrote this wrong. Can I start over? Okay, Vice Chair Yank,
Yes.
Commissioner Tufenkian,
Yes.
Commissioner Vyar,
Yes.
Commissioner Zadorian,
Yes.
and Chairperson Vidor.
Yes.
Okay, agenda item 3A, introductions and presentations. First, we have Courtney Dean, Claremont Graduate University, CBM Arts Program Assistant.
Good morning, Commissioners. We are very excited to introduce our Claremont Graduate University Work Study student, Courtney Dean. She's going to be working with us for a year, so I'm going to hand it over to Courtney.
Hi, I'm Courtney. I'm an arts management student at Claremont Graduate University. My main arts passion is theater. I do behind-the-scenes, creative, and administrative work. I'm interested in this position because I believe that arts are really important to a community, and I enjoy the organization's mission to bring arts into the lives of people. And I'm hoping to learn the ins and outs of what goes to running an arts organization. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome. Welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Okay, agenda item 3B, Library Arts and Culture Events presented by Loretta Lopez, Program Coordinator. Black History Matters. Celebrate this Black History Month with pride and remember that Black history is American history as we honor the past and work towards building an equitable future. To view events, children's activities, resources, and more, please visit the link on the screen. The Children's 2024 Bookmark Contest is here. Each year, Glendale Library Arts and Culture invites children in preschool through 8th grade to create bookmark designs based on a different theme. This year's theme is Read, Renew, Repeat. A panel of judges within the city will select one winner for each grade level, and the winners will be notified in March. Winning bookmarks will be printed and distributed at Glendale Library Arts and Culture locations. The contest runs until the end of this month. For more details, please visit the link on the screen. Join the Associates of Brand Library and Art Center for the Real Art Film Series on Thursday, February 15th at 5:30 p.m. for a screening of Harold and Lillian, a behind-the-scenes story of what goes into the making of a great film and a great marriage. A lively post-film discussion will feature director Daniel Rame and co-creator Jennifer Rame. For more information, please visit the link on the screen. The Associates of Brand Library and Art Center announces its 52nd annual National Juried Exhibition of Works on Paper. Cash awards total more than $4,000, including a juror's award. All accepted artworks will be included in a show at Brand's Gallery and in both printed and online exhibition catalogs. We welcome artists at any point on their artistic journey, such as students, professionals, and hobbyists. Artists are invited to submit artwork between February 18th through March 31st, 2024. For more information, please visit the link on the screen. Glendale Library Arts and Culture invites you to join a series of virtual author talks in partnership with the Library Speakers Consortium. On Tuesday, February 20th at 1 p.m., join us as we talk to New York Times bestselling author Jason Mott about his recent novel, Hell of a Book. This work of fiction is deeply honest, at times electrically funny, and is a book that goes to the heart of racism, police violence, and the hidden costs exacted upon Black Americans and America as a whole. For more information, please visit the link on the screen. Artists and arts organizations are invited to submit proposals to temporarily display a unique installation inside the Island Square Mini Park gas station. The gas station is a 12 by 12 by 12 foot cube with acrylic windows on all sides. Artists whose work is chosen for installation at the gas station will receive a stipend of $1,000 in addition to a production budget of up to $1,500 for a total maximum stipend of $2,500. Art is displayed on a rotational basis. Applications are open year-round and reviewed annually in the spring. For more information, please visit the link on the screen. And that is all.
Any comments? No? Okay, we can go on to, I don't have any cards for oral communication. I don't have any written communication, so we can move on.
Agenda item 6A, action items, Imagine Theater sponsorship opportunity. Motion approving 1, the funding of a proposal by Imagine Theater to provide artist stipends associated with The Girl Who Made the Milky Way production, and 2, the sponsorship of the artist stipends in an amount not to exceed $5,000 from the 2023 to 2024 work plan.
Commissioners, we have Armina Lamana, who's here with the Executive Director of Imagine Theater, to present a sponsorship opportunity for the production of The Girl Who Made the Milky Way. So welcome, Ms. Armina. You can cue Loretta.
Thank you. Good morning, commissioners. Thank you for having us this morning. We're delighted to be back here at the commission and are grateful for this opportunity. My name is Armina Lamana, and I'm the artistic director of Imagine Theater, LA's equity theater for young audiences. I also own 2 businesses here in Glendale and teach at Glendale College. We had the pleasure to appear before you in 2016 or 17 and then again in 2019 to introduce you to the work we create for our community, more precisely for the young citizens of our community. Imagine Theater strives to build an empathetic and inclusive society across cultures by immersing young people in theater that celebrates gender equity, diversity, and civic engagement. Our work is very particularly designed to champion girls and ignite in them a passion to aspire and to teach boys about the value of parity in society. We do this by creating new plays that are inspired by the folklore of the rich cultural fabric of our county. With every play, we highlight a new people and their culture with a spotlight on a female protagonist. Currently, Imagine Theater is California's only equity theater dedicated entirely to programming for young audiences. This is, of course, a shameful fact for a state like ours. We should be one of many. We proudly operate at the highest of standards, creating theatrical experiences by artists who are members of the national labor unions for the stage. Our organization doesn't just talk about gender parity, but also practices it, starting with our board and to the artists we employ and champion. The Imagine Theater board members have 100% give and get, and we currently are seeking to expand our board and encourage you to become a member of our family. This is our company ambassador, actor Penny Johnson-Gerald. You may know her from 24, Star Trek, Castle, The Orville, and of course, her long list of plays in the theater. It's just a few record shots from our plays, from Turandot and from Warrior Queen Anahit the Brave. While both of the shows did have puppets, were not a puppet theater, it just was a coincidence that both shows had them. But you know, just a little testament to the physical aspect of our productions and the color. Slide, please. Our last student matinee series served 2,020 students and educators, and our public performances were attended by just under 1,000 patrons. Of the 2,020 who attended the student matinees, 1,067 kids and educators are from Glendale, both public and private schools. The rest are split between Burbank Unified, Pasadena Unified, and other private and parochial schools. Glendale kids and adults, and their adults, as we like to say, are our largest patron base. So far, we have had 100% return rate from schools to our student matinees. Slide, please. Oh, that's just a few images of the kids at the theater. There's a Q&A at the bottom left. That's me, you know, talking about how to behave during show, not to be on their phones, of course. Next slide, please. There we go. So our history with Glendale goes back. That's a few moments, sorry, from our 2022 gala here in Glendale, of course, and a few recognitions we received that day. We are so proud of them, by the way. Next slide, please. And our relationship with Glendale goes back to the very beginning. While it existed, we participated every year at the Open Arts and Music Fest starting in 2017. We also donated artists to the reopening of the Glendale Central Library that year. We had a magician welcome patrons in the lobby, and we had a reading time upstairs in the children's room. Slide, please. And in 2021, we were part of the pre-show for the Glendale Summer Concert Series. We did the same play twice during the Summer Concert Series. We were part of the pre-show. All of our work is geared towards elementary school-age students. So we're very particular about who we create our work for. It's K through 5. That's from the beginning. We decided to do that because we wanted to make sure theater is part of childhood, the way it is in many other countries. Slide, please. So we are very proud that our successes have come from creating work that identifies and spotlights Los Angeles communities that are typically not represented on the stage. Our 2024 production, the same as before, how we highlight different cultures, will be The Girl Who Made the Milky Way. It is an original play we commissioned from playwright June Carroll. Inspired by a Cochin myth, this play follows a young South African girl as she evolves from struggling with her place and duties among her people to embracing her uniqueness, voice, courage, and identity. Supported by a cast of archetypal characters in the African savannah, Little Sister braves the dangers of her land and confronts the unfair expectations the world has of her because she's a girl. Not only does she help find her lost hunter father find his way back home by creating the stars in a night sky, which is the base of the folklore, but she also brings back the lost things and in the meantime finds her true self, who she is. Next slide. I wanted you to know that this production is supported by a $20,000 grant from the National Endowment for the Arts, by $5,000 grants from Catherine Barger, the County of Los Angeles, and many other, from Walt Disney to many other businesses. Some of them are in Glendale there, to banks and to many smaller companies whose logos are not up there. And I just wanted to say once again, just thank you for letting us be a part of the community, and we love what we do. So, thank you.
Thank you. I would like to now take questions or comments. So we'll start, hold on. We'll start with Commissioner Belyang.
This sounds like a wonderful play, and I love that it's a commissioned original play. So I don't have any comments or questions at the moment. I would be supportive.
Commissioner Zadorian.
Yeah, your presentation was very thorough. I don't have any questions. I'm just looking forward to seeing it. Thank you.
Thank you. Please come. November 9th is our opening night. I will always tell you. I always write to you, so I will tell you again. But we would love to have you there. It would mean the world.
Thank you.
Commissioner Vire.
Yes, I was unclear on the venue. Do the venues vary for your productions?
No, the venue is the Colony because
it always is there.
Because it's the only mid-sized venue where we can do projection design. We're a multimedia company, and has a raked audience where the kids have an unobstructed view.
Yes, nice.
And a safe drop-off zone for bus. It has a specific drop-off zone for school buses designated by the city.
Great planning. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. Commissioner Tufenkian.
Very thorough presentation, and it's exciting to have you guys do your work here, and it's very important for the community, and you're doing a great job, so thank you so much for all you do, and yes, I would definitely be supportive.
Thank you.
Commissioner Alexandrian.
To your side.
I don't have any questions, but I think it's great, and I'm excited to see it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Commissioner Pagosian.
I have no comments. It's just we'll be all supportive and good luck.
Thank
you. I think it's great too. We worked with a consultant to develop a plan for being equitable, diverse, and inclusive in our public art and arts functions here. So your mission fits right in with that. Now, the colony's in Burbank, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Did Burbank give you any money?
We are waiting to hear. The Burbank Arts Culture Commission they're supposed to have a meeting this month. We're going to find out. It's the same amount. The grant is for the same amount.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yeah, I would, just as a comment, I would love it if you could explore the opportunities to find theater space here in Glendale. I don't know if you've talked to any of the local theaters.
This has been a long journey for us.
It's a
When I
tough one,
first met Mr. Najarian, he was like, you have to do it in Glendale. And I'm like, I would love to, but there's no professional venue so because we use multimedia, we need a back wall. So the only other raked theater here was the Glendale Center Theater, and it's an arena. So we don't have a back wall.
In the round.
Yes. So to meet our artistic needs and to ensure that the kids are not seated right behind each other, that they're raked, because they're young. The kids are really young. Some of them are 5 years old. It was the only venue was that, and we almost lost that venue too, as you may know. So we were holding our breath for 2 years until we just found out a few months ago the colony stays.
Did you ever talk to Antaeus about renting their space?
Yes, actually, they are big supporters of ours. They donate tickets to us all the time whenever we have fundraisers, and we reciprocate. It has 72 seats, from what I was 72 or 77, and the colony is 268. And the number of students that we would not.
You wouldn't be able to
We
accommodate.
would have to have like 3 student matinees a day just to churn out. It would just, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
But
Well,
yes.
it's wonderful, and I'm certainly in support of giving you funding.
Thank you. We appreciate it.
Unless there's any other comment or question, we can call for a vote.
Motion.
Motion.
I'd like to make a motion approving the funding of a proposal by Imagine Theater to provide artist stipends and the sponsorship of the artist stipends in an amount not to exceed $5,000 from the 2023-2024 work plan.
I'll second. Oh, yeah.
Second. Roll call.
Vice Chair Yang,
Yes.
Commissioner Tufenkian, Commissioner Vyar,
Yes.
Commissioner Zadorian,
Yes.
and Chairperson Vidor.
Yes.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank
my goodness.
you.
This is fantastic. I want you to know that the city of Glendale will be featured as the main sponsor of the Student Matinee Series in November. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Okay, next item.
Agenda item 6B, 2024 to 2025 work plan. Motion approving the programs and projects for the 2024 to 2025 work plan in an amount not to exceed $2.2 million from the Urban Art Fund, and to recommend the City Council's approval of the plan.
Good morning, Commissioners. Jennifer Fukutomi Jones, Principal Arts and Culture Administrator. Here we are again, reviewing the budget as we do annually. We can go to the next slide. We wanted to do a quick overview of the fiscal year 23-24 work plan. Last year, we did budget $2.2 million, and the estimated expenditures for this year is about $900,000. That is a high expenditure, a high estimated expenditure, and I'll go into detail in regards to why that's high. So in regard to the buckets that we have for our expenditures for the 23-24 work plan, citywide arts, we're expecting about 600,000. Neighborhood arts is about 27,000. Performing arts is about 66,000. And arts and cultural events is 200,000. So we'll go into detail in the next slide. So here's a more detailed estimated expenditure budget breakdown, and I'll kind of go really quickly through each budget line. So for cultural equity and inclusion initiatives, we budgeted $65,000. We did utilize all of that specifically for our Be the Change programming and our IDEA work. Iconic public artworks, we did anticipate $1.4 million, and we're estimating about $300,000. So as you know, we are still in the process of approving some agreements specifically for the ArtSoc public artworks and our median artworks. So there is some delay in those agreements. So that's why we didn't use the total 1.4 million, but I think it was a good estimate to have that potentially budgeted for that year. Contractual services, we budgeted $350,000. We're utilizing approximately $220,000. This is work that we've been using for the ACE agency, for the PR firm, and our projects with LaBasse. The storefront art program we did not do this year. We were not able to find any retail units that were available, so we did not launch that program this year. And for our 10% contingency for iconic public art, we didn't utilize any of that 140,000. For the Adams Square Mini Park gas station, we budgeted $18,000. We came in at about $11,000 specifically because we had less exhibits this year. We had 5 when we normally have 7. For the Beyond the Box program, we had budgeted $15,000, and we spent a little bit over because we did offer the opportunity to have some artists repaint their boxes due to the additional backup battery that was on the utility box. So that went a little bit over budget. For the Brand Library Plaza series, we budgeted $60,000. We came in at about $42,000, so we were under budget there. The Jewel City Concert Series, we budgeted $20,000. We went a little bit over, specifically because there was a request from City Council to utilize electric generators. So that cost a little bit more, and we went a little bit over budget. Community arts events, this specifically was in regard to the approval of the Getty PST artist stipends, so that we're hoping all of that funding will come out of this work plan. And sponsorships, we utilized about $8,000. So we're estimating it'll be about $900,000, and that's an ambitious estimated expenditure. More than likely, it'll be closer to $600 to $700,000, depending on the agreements and when we're able to finalize the locations and the agreements with the artists. But we're very much under budget. When I met with Chairperson Vidor to discuss the work plan, she had a very good question, and she said, "What did we learn from this year?" And I think the biggest thing that we're learning is the forecasting of our public artworks. And as we've seen with our friends in other municipalities, it does take quite a long time to have these public artworks installed. But I think we're doing a good job in budgeting big so that we don't have to go back to City Council and request for additional funding. So although it looks like we didn't use the total amount, I think in the long run it'll make sense because we're anticipating for those large public artworks. Next slide. So for fiscal year 24-25, we're budgeting the same, $2.2 million. We'll go to the next slide. This is a quick overview of the different breakdowns. We're estimating, again, $65,000 for cultural equity and inclusion initiatives, which it includes the Be the Change programming. Our iconic public artworks, again, we're anticipating $1.4 million. Consultants, that would include LaBasse and ACE agencies, $350,000. We did include a new new line item, which is public art maintenance and conservation, based on the recommendation from Commissioner Sidorian. Thank you. We felt that was important specifically because we're investing so much in our public artworks. So this $30,000 that we're reserving would really be to hire a consultant to do an accurate assessment of all of our public artworks within the city, and to provide us with a plan and maintenance structure for how to maintain these large public art pieces. And then, of course, the 10% contingency for the public art pieces. For neighborhood arts, we're anticipating $18,000 for 7 exhibits at the Adams Square Mini Park gas station, and again, the $15,000 for the Beyond the Box program. Performing arts, we are anticipating approximately the same, about $55,000 for 8 concerts in July and August of this year at the Brand Library, and $25,000 for 5 concerts on the Artsok Paseo in October. For arts and cultural events, community arts events specifically, this was a line item to potentially hold for an art walk that we have been talking about for quite some time, or if there's any additional events that we want to support with the launch of the Getty PST initiative that we're doing. But that's specifically that budget line item. And then we have $17,000 for potential sponsorships of events or exhibits within the city. So this is an overview of the breakdown of the 24-25 work plan. And that is kind of the end of the presentation, but happy to take any questions that the commission has for the budget.
Thank you very much. Commissioner Belyanik?
Yeah, I was just curious about the Getty PST funds. My understanding is that there's funds coming to Glendale from Getty for that exhibition. So I was just curious on like the income side. Are those increased costs mostly underwritten by kind of the Getty funds?
Yeah, so the Getty worked with the Glendale Library Arts and Culture Trust as the fiscal receiver for a $200,000 grant. So the trust is in retention of those funds currently. Specifically for the exhibit at Brand Library, the commission approved a $200,000 artist stipend. So we're paying for the artist stipends, and that remaining funding from the Getty will support an event that they're planning to do at the Alex Theater on October 5th. In addition to a VIP reception and ongoing events to support the exhibit.
No, I think that's
Senator Zadorian.
Yeah, are we going to actually, based off of that, for our budget, the incoming as well, what our funds are making? Do we have anything coming in from developer fees and whatnot?
So we do. So the Urban Art Fund is based on 1% of any development there in the city.
Yeah.
The last I checked, I think our current fee allocation is about 9.6 million. So we have a good allocation in the budget.
That's what we have currently.
Currently, it
And
was
how
about-
much of that came in the last year?
I'd have to look at the details
Okay.
of that, but the last I checked, the overall fund was at about 9.6 million. We do get monthly reports that I usually share with the chair, and then we can plan to do that moving forward if commission's of interest of that.
Yes.
But usually, yeah, that's about the income.
And does that seem, if we have 9.6 million and we're spending 2.2 million a year, I mean, does that sound like something that's going to last?
Yes and no, in the sense of we haven't been utilizing 2.2 million every year. We've been very under budget the last couple of years. This is just an estimate for as we're producing these large public art pieces. I don't anticipate moving forward the budget will continue to be about 2.2 million, but we haven't been utilizing the 2.2
Okay.
thus far.
Okay, thank you.
Commissioner Ryer?
It's always nice to come in under budget, isn't it?
We're very under budget.
I was wondering, you referred to some delays in the contracts, and are those, is there one particular kind of roadblock that's coming up for for all the contracts, or is it different for everyone?
They're all different and unique. A lot of times we've gotten into this far of the process with artists and they have several questions with the agreement. So we've gone back and forth for months with some of these artists. Oftentimes it's on our end. So specifically with the project on ArtSoc, that's on it's to be determined, the next steps for that project. But it's a little bit of both.
Do you, apropos of the ArtSoc project, do you happen to know where they are in the revision of the plans that City Council requested?
I don't have an update, but I can definitely follow up with Public Works on the next steps for that project.
It's been several months, and I was disappointed to see that didn't get approved in the state it was presented, because I thought it was beautiful, and I'm eager to see Tamik Gohar get installed on ArtSoc. I think the plan is beautiful. I hope it won't be much more of a delay.
I'm anticipating that it'll be very soon. We also have the creative crosswalks that we shared at the
Yes.
recent commission meeting that'll be part of that project. So I anticipate it'll be very soon.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay, Commissioner Tufekcian.
Well, thank you. All my questions were answered, so no further questions. Thank you.
Commissioner Alexandrine?
No.
Okay, I have a couple questions. When we come in under budget, is the excess money reallocated into the same bucket?
It's reallocated back into the Urban Art Fund.
Oh, into the
to the
urban
overall
art
urban
fund,
art
and
fund,
then
so we
you
don't
just
lose any
start-
money.
Oh, okay, good. And then on the topic of maintenance, I know we have to prepare to maintain all the art we're going to build for the city, but is there anything now that already exists that is in need of maintenance or is being maintained?
There are a couple art pieces in the city. There's one in particular I know that's at the Glendale Fire Station right across the street from the Glendale Galleria. It's in pretty bad shape that I think we would want to take a look at. And there are a couple others throughout the city. So I think it would be good to have a consultant to do an assessment, an initial assessment, and then knowing that we have these pieces coming up, what their recommendation would be for an ongoing maintenance and conservation plan.
Okay, great. Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm curious about the Urban Art Fund and the use by developers. Obviously, they contribute to the fund. Has any business or developer wanted to do their own art project since we started this?
The hotel on Central Avenue that has the art piece, the one that we also approved with the art piece on the side.
Oh, that. No, I mean subsequent to I know that it's like wallpaper. It's
Yeah.
kind of like a half a thing. Has there been anything since? Any interest by?
Not that I'm aware of. I think in a good way for us, it's very easy for developers to just contribute to the fund. But so far as I know, I think that was almost before my time as well, the
Okay.
approval of those pieces.
Okay. I think that's it for me. So,
I just wanted to just reiterate Commissioner Zadori's comment about it would be really nice to see sort of the profit and loss breakdown, like the income and the expenses, and more with just a view towards like 10 years down the road, you know, what is it looking like if we kind of continue spending a certain amount and then really thinking about and putting plans in place to make sure that the fund is well funded into the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I can.
Especially because there's not many developments going up in Glendale moving forward. I mean, we had our boost in Glendale, and it's kind of slowing down. So it's a little concerning to be spending 2.2, and we only have 9.6 that we want to use moving forward. So
Yeah, I just want to plan for the future.
exactly.
You know?
Sure, absolutely.
Are there any other comments or questions? If not, we can take a vote to approve the work plan. Do you want to read the motion, or?
Laura already did, so we just need a
I
motion
make
to
a
move.
motion.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call.
Okay. Roll call, Vice Chair Yank,
Yes.
Commissioner Tufankian,
Yes.
Commissioner Vyar,
Yes.
Commissioner Zadorian,
Yes.
and Chairperson Vidor.
Yes.
Okay, agenda item 7, discussion items. We have the 2023 to 2024 work plan progress updates.
Commissioners, we have a very short update today, specifically in regard to the mural ordinance. We are continuing to work on that. The city attorney's office is reviewing a final draft of that ordinance, and we're hoping to have an updated ordinance for your review, hopefully in the next meeting or so. Our goal is to hopefully have the ordinance for city council's review, of course, of your review, but to be reviewed by city council by June of this year. So we're hoping to have that in front of you very soon. The only other update that we have is specifically the ACE agency's press clips update in the agenda packet, which Loretta can also pull up. The ACE agency has done a fantastic job, specifically in promoting the Shepherd Ferry exhibit. They had about 41 press clips for that event and did a really wonderful job of utilizing their connections and networks to promote that exhibit. So we've been very happy with the work that they've been doing. And those are the updates that we have.
Can we ask questions?
Yeah. Commissioner Belliang,
I don't have any questions right now.
go ahead.
Can we
Oh, pull it up.
prop that back up?
Uh-huh.
I just had a question about the one that said publicity value. What is that exactly? Is that how much we've profited from the PR?
From what I understand, if I know what you're talking about, it's the cost of what it would have been to purchase those press
Oh,
opportunities.
okay. Okay. Thank you.
Who's next? Commissioner Ryer. Anything?
Nope, just thanks very much, staff, Loretta and Jennifer and commissioners. Thanks for everything.
Big thank you to all the work that you're doing.
Are we in staff comments right now and commission comments?
No,
No, we're in
discussion.
7, right?
Just, yeah, discussion
Discussion
item.
items, okay.
No, this is still work plan update.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Nothing on the work
No.
plan from me.
No.
Okay,
Okay.
I did have a question. No, I can't remember what it was. I think it has to do with ARTSOC. I know there are some delays in the whole street improvement plan. So how, do we have a feel for the lead time on when we're going to be seeing activating those public art projects? Because there are 3 of them, the crosswalks, the tree, and the flower, right?
I think that timeline has been delayed due to the construction update. I can follow up with public works staff so that we can have a more accurate
We can
assessment.
get a feel for when that's going to happen. And then I know that there was a little surprise on the Glen Oaks. Could you describe what happened with that and where we're headed with that one?
Sure. So we, the commission had approved, I think it was at Hahamanga, that was originally intended for Brand Boulevard and Glen Oaks median. When we were going into the contract phase, we did follow up with staff, and we did realize that that median is no longer available, specifically due to water pipes and electrical pipes that are underneath that specific median that are county-owned. So we're unable to specifically put an artwork on that specific median. We did look at an alternate location, which is on Brand and Cerritos, which seemed very amenable to staff. There's no concerns regarding the piping and electrical work underneath. The artists also seem very amenable to that space as well as a kind of entryway into Glendale from the south side of Glendale. So we're going to be moving forward with that as the new location, which is Brand and Cerritos, and we can provide an update if there's any other concerns for that project.
Okay, thank you. This was just an update. We don't have to.
Well, when was the last time that Public Works came to update us on the Artsach project? Because it would be amazing if they could come by and just kind of update us and tell us what's going on. I think it might have been a year or more.
It was quite a while ago.
Yeah, so if they could come by, that would be great.
Okay.
Continue working with all the different departments.
Yeah, absolutely. I can ask them.
Okay.
Okay.
Agenda
On to
item
the
8, commission and staff comments.
Yeah, just everyone's doing an excellent job, and welcome to the new program assistant. So great to have you here, Courtney. And yeah, thanks so much to the arts and culture staff.
I maybe could have commented on this earlier, but the Shepherd Ferry event was amazing. What a success. Thank you to everyone who was involved. I was very happy to be there and see so many big names there as well, and see it really plastered everywhere. Everyone was talking about it. So if we could get all our events like that, that would be great. So, you know, whoever our next Shepherd Ferry is, I'm really excited. But thank you, everybody. And that's all. Thank you.
Commissioner Vire?
Oh, can I quickly comment on that? I wanted to say thank you to all the commissioners who were able to attend. It was a fantastic event. We do have a Shepherd Ferry library card that we were planning to give to all of you. We also have a catalog that we've just printed, which is gorgeous, and it's at the printer, and I was hoping to have it by today, but we will give it to you at the next meeting. But thank you all so much for supporting, and we'll make sure to have your library card and catalog at the next meeting.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Vire?
Well, I've forgotten my comment, but just it probably had to do with Shepherd Ferry event. It was wonderful. And thanks again to everybody for all your work, all your good work. Welcome, Courtney. And yeah, see you next month. Thank you.
And I would just have to second what Commissioner Zadorian said about the Shepherd Ferry exhibit. It was absolutely phenomenal. So great to have that in Glendale, and looking forward to having more exhibits at that level in Glendale. And thank you for everything that you've done.
I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the Oshagans who curated that exhibit, Ara and Anahit Oshagan, who did a
Yes,
fantastic job curating that exhibit.
Sure.
And just to also add to that, they've done a phenomenal job, whether it's the Shepherd Ferry or all the other exhibits that they've done, because they've all been Class A exhibits.
Chair Vidor, may I just tell people that the Shepherd Ferry exhibit is open until April 14th, so please get to the Reflect Space at Central Library and see it.
Thank you.
Yes, I wanted to thank staff again, and I will welcome Courtney to our department.
Yeah, same thing. Ditto, ditto, ditto on all the hard work and amazing things you're doing. And also ditto on Shepherd Ferry, which was awesome. And I agree that we, you know, the If Memory Serves exhibit got a huge crowd, huge, on opening night. Couldn't even see anything, had to go back and look at it. And if we can do, there are wonderful things going on in the city, and if we can throw more, shed more light on everything, as Commissioner Zadorian mentioned, I think we could become the art mecca we would love to be. And there's plenty that's worthy of that, definitely. So, and I also hope that in the coming fiscal year, we will get down to business seriously and at least talk about some kind of formalized art walk, particularly if we have art pieces up by a certain point. So I think we're on the road to Meccaism. Anyway.
I wanted one quick comment from me. I wanted to again welcome Courtney to our staff, who's going to be with us for a year. A big thank you to the Claremont Graduate University for our partnership with them. And I also wanted to say a big thank you to Selena Vedjan, this is her last commission meeting. She's been with us for 5 months. She has 2 more weeks with us. She's been phenomenal, a really wonderful asset to the team, has done a really wonderful job of archiving different artworks in the city, and just wonderful to work with. And we want to thank again the LA County Department of Arts and Culture for their support of the internship. It's been a really wonderful experience. Speaking of Celine and some other interns from the LA County Department of Arts and Culture are going to be joining us today. They're going to be visiting the Shepherd Ferry exhibit, and then after that are going to go to the Museum of Neon Art for a glass bending workshop. So we're very happy.
So a real art walk.
Yeah, we have our little mini art walk. So we're very happy for that partnership as well. But thank you, Celine.
Thank you.
I'm sorry to just be hearing that. Thank you, Celine.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Bravo to you on everything you've done. I think we're at adjournment.
Agenda item 9, adjournment.